It's Sexy Fun Time.
It's sexy fun time, sexy fun time. Coach Betsy is here, oh boy. It's sexy fun time and sexy story time. Playtime filled with joy. Come get a taste of our new utopia. Love anybody you please. It's sexy fun time. We'll have a great time and make more happily.
Hey kids, it's Sexy Fun Time. And today, it's Sexy Fun Snack Time.
Ooh,
Everybody loves snack.
we sure do.
Yeah. And today, we have a new snack that is being introduced to the entire world for the first time.
Ah.
It's an entirely new technique of cooking.
Does it have a name?
It does have a name. It's process-oriented minimalist cooking.
Ah,
POMC.
POMC.
POMC. At AFHI, our scientists have determined that cooking leads to happily for some people. Arduous studies have been conducted, and we have scientifically proven that for some people, cooking is a path
I see.
to happily. Yeah.
So the Institute has a new culinary division that's devoted to
Cooking.
discovering different way how cooking can lead to happily.
Yes,
That's right.
yes. And today we're going to introduce their first discovery, which is inspired by minimalist painting. And it's inspired by a form of abstract minimalist painting called process-oriented painting. Now, in process-oriented work, what, of course it varies for different people, but what a lot of people do is they experiment in advance and discover a set of ingredients that do work for them. Okay, a set of ingredients. So for some people it might be certain kinds of paints that maybe are not supposed to go together normally, like oil and water kind of thing, and they mix them together. And they've pre-selected also maybe a color palette that they often work with, and they've seen how it works before. And then they put these things together in a fun way, literally playing, having fun, and they, over time, they select the best results. So they don't, not all process-oriented work is a success. You have to then edit. You have to then edit later down the road. So sometimes you'd be like, yeah, I didn't really like that one all that much. But it's okay. It's okay to not like some of them.
Oh, you have to. How else will you know what's good and what's bad?
Well, there's that, and it's just harmless. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So we're going to do some cooking today where it's okay if you don't like it, because it will at least be adequate. I guarantee that it will at least be adequate. All of the cooking that we do today.
That's great.
Okay, so with process-oriented minimalist cooking, the way that you do it is you gather some ingredients together that you've pre-selected from your history of knowing that these are tasty and they fall within a certain range of tastiness together. I like to steal from previous recipes because I'm a thief. You know what they say, great artists steal.
They steal from the best.
That's right. So I have stolen a selection of ingredients that we're going to use today. They came from Coach Betsy's years of theft from Great Recipes. And I have learned about these ingredients. Some of them I may have actually discovered on my own through exploration of the markets. Actually, that's a fact. So this kind of cooking that we're going to do today is ideal for the following life situations for increasing your happily. I just want to get that in there. There's some special uses where you want to do this kind. So number one is people who don't like to cook. That's number one, because it uses a minimalist approach to ingredients. So it's fast. And the second group that this is really recommended for is for people who would like to get together and do cooking and and have some togetherness time, have some playtime, like, and not have to be burdened by the cookbook and the recipe and being slave to the recipe and having to go look at it all the time. And you know, with this, you can do cooking parties. So cooking parties are like paint your own pottery, except with cooking.
I see.
Yeah. So this is a great, great playtime of cooking. And then the third category of times when this is really awesome, when you'd like to invite somebody over for dinner, but for some reason you would like to kind of get them to do the cooking. And so we're using the psychology, which is the central secret to happily. And it's kind of like, you know, Tom Sawyer and the whitewashing of the fence.
Right, exactly.
You know that one?
Exactly.
And then finally, it's also good for sexy fun time because you're bonding, or you can make eye contact, you can play, you can, you know, you can compete if you want to see, you can keep them separate and see like whose do you like the best. But basically you pre-select some ingredients and then you use them. So I'm going to show you the ingredients that we're going to have today. Okay? And they are very limited for a reason, because it is minimalist. So remember, you can't have any more ingredients. I have pre-selected them. Okay. So what we're doing is I made some rice before, so we're going to have some rice and also some broccoli, very simple steamed broccoli that we'll make separately from the fish. But what we're doing today with the paint your own pottery of cooking is we're doing this fish, which happens to be ocean perch, but I could have used catfish. And we're making it in this really cool special thing, which is, these are rice paper wrappers that are made out of rice paper. And they're like brittle and hard and cool and weird. So, oh, by the way, these cost me $1.35.
Oh my gosh.
And this will be the 5th or 6th meal that I've gotten out of these. So they were worth the trip to the Asian market, which actually for me would be an easy, no big deal quickie. But even if they were a lot of effort to get there, they would be well worth it because these are fancy schmancy. Everybody likes the fancy schmancy.
Everybody likes fancy schmancy.
Yeah, but we are using 5-spice powder, lemongrass, which is so good, and it smells a little bit like heaven. Not Kevin, not just heaven, like heaven. It smells like heaven. Oh,
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Oh.
So that comes pre-shredded. You don't have to.
Lazy person's awesome. Totally ready to go, and you just. Oh, yes, it's so good. It's that good. That's how good it is. I'm not kidding about that.
Okay.
And then ginger, and this also is in a jar, and I did not have to shred it or anything. Yes, it would be awesome if I wanted to slice off. If you're like really into cooking, I recommend substituting out the real ginger and you know, slicing it off and everything. But if you're not, if you're like me, this is just getting a really nice ginger, and it's imperative that the jar be pretty. I'm telling you that.
Absolutely.
It's part of the aesthetic. And then we're also going to have some wasabi, because why not? Then I also have this ground hot pepper that I discovered at the same Asian market, which I love because of the bomb. This excites me.
Wow.
It's really aesthetically pleasing.
Why would they put a bomb on the outside of the can?
I think because it's a hot pepper, so like.
Explodes in your mouth.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's really pretty and I like it. And then sesame oil, which is a really good flavor, and black sesame seeds, which are mostly for sprinkling over the outside, for a nice aesthetic at the end. But we can try some inside too. I think we should. And then also, you know, sauces that we're going to make, and one is going to be lime juice with lemongrass, and the other is going to be soy sauce with ginger.
You see?
So these are cool. These are
Those are rice paper, right?
Rice paper wrappers, right. Nice texture, really cool. What you do is you just get them wet and use like a little baster. I like this one because it's cute. It's supposed to be warm water. Is that warm? Yeah, that's warm. And while I'm doing this, which I'm going to get it totally wet on both sides, you're going to do the fish one at a time and season them with some of the ingredients that we already pre-selected. And remember, it doesn't matter if it tastes bad. But I suggest no more than 4 ingredients per thing. And so this is something that couples could do together, like on a date. It doesn't have to be, like, you can do this in 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be a lot of effort. And it's fun. It's a way of hanging out together. And also, if one partner really doesn't like to cook and the other person usually does all the cooking, it's a way to put some balance into that. Because, you know, did you know that there's some people who actually think that this is crazy? You're not going to believe this. You're going to be shocked.
Go ahead and shock me.
No, I'm serious. I'm going to scare you right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's so scary. There's actually people who believe that what genitals you have between your legs determine who should do all the cooking in a couple. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah, some people believe that. Because I don't know about you, but I don't cook with my vagina.
I hope not.
Do you cook with your penis?
Never.
Okay, good. Because it would be really hard to do, I think.
Yeah.
I think it would be really hard to do.
And the results might be scary.
Yeah. So I think what's really fair is that anybody who needs to eat in a couple should basically be willing to cook half the time. Unless somebody just loves it and it's their thing and they love it, then it's okay if they want to do it most of the time because they love it and it's their thing. But they should get a break sometime too, even then. And if they do love it and it's their thing, then you need to make up for that in other ways, like cleaning or extra something else.
Sort of making an even, trying to achieve an equitable split of the household duties.
Yeah, the drudgery. You can't put one person in charge of all the drudgery in life. That's not a basis for a good partnership.
That's not fair.
And it's stupid because I'm telling you that people who are unhappily, and you know that, doing all the drudgery tends to make people unhappily. People who are unhappily are not as often having the energy for sexy fun times.
I understand that.
So this is the way that we wrap each fish packet. And it is kind of a pain in the ass, I will tell. I'll be honest, it's a pain in the ass. So you slice the rice paper in half, and then you take one of the fish and put it on here, and then fold these over. And you just want to try to make it as pretty as you can. And they kind of are self-gluing. And fold them over until you've,
Until you've completely covered the fish.
Yeah, until you've covered the fish. Let's see if I can make this one prettier because I didn't do a very good job with that one. I think I had performance anxiety.
Oh, never.
I did. I think I had performance anxiety. I think I'm going to do it upside down. I'm going to put the fish upside down. Try that. Try it upside down so that when I flip it over, it'll be prettier.
The spices will show.
Yeah. I'm going to try that. Let's see how that worked. Oh, so much prettier.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Let's cook one of these babies up. Oops. Come on. In the pan that has about a ½ inch of oil. It's got a lot of oil. It's got quite a lot of oil. Our people are talking to the people of a celebrity chef. So AFHI Masons have a slew of recipes designed especially for increasing your happily.
Was that French gentleman that I saw in the lobby a couple of days ago?
We can't name names. We can't name names,
But he was
but
probably from France.
he might have been from France, though. Now we're gonna eat it.
All right.
So these are some a forest of broccoli, a little forest with a very zen broccoli arrangement here with just how many drops of
A little bit of sesame oil.
how many drops of sesame oil do you think?
4 or 5.
Yep.
And then mirin. We also splash them with mirin, a little bit of pepper.
How much mirin do you think? A couple tablespoons?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a
Okay.
really quick splash.
So we're gonna have this, and then we're also going to have our fish that we made, our happily fish, and these are the pretty ones out of the whole batch. Okay, so you're seeing the pretty ones. Just know that they didn't all come out this pretty.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a practice thing, and it's okay because they all taste good. Mm.
How did it turn out?
It's very hearty. It's surprisingly hearty, this one. I think this one probably has some 5-spice powder. And I like it. I do like it. But I think because it's hearty, for me it would taste even better if I add some of this. So we have 2 sauces. One is just straight lime juice with lemongrass. And the other one is soy sauce and ginger.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, and the wasabi. Wow.
It's completely different after I added that, and I loved it. Happily. It's a success. Yay.
Major happily.